Hi everyone, this is Vicky with Vicky's Tiger Tales, and welcome 2022. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my goals and some of the new additions that are going to be coming to the channel, and some of the old ones that are going to be staying. So the old ones that are going to be staying first are I am still going to be participating in the Year of the Year. My first month, I took a couple of months off, so my first month that I'll be back is going to be in March, so you'll still continue to see those ear creations and swaps that we all do for each other. It's been a really fun swap for me. I really enjoyed it. It really keeps my creative juices flowing, so it'll probably be something that I'm always going to be involved in as long as it goes. So the second thing that is going to be an oldie but goodie that I will continue to do are two different things. One is going to be the box swaps. I do have quite a few of them for this year already that I have signed up for, starting in February with a Valentine's swap and moving on throughout the year. This year, I hosted one, my very first one last year in October for Halloween. It was the Halloween themed, it was called Hollow Theme. It was a swap that I had a few participants in, had a lot of fun with. I did enjoy hosting, so I will be doing a few more. I've got 3 of them that I'm going to be hosting this year. One in April, that is a superhero swap, and 2 more, one in November, one in December. Later on in the year, I will go ahead and give you more details later, but one of them's going to be Let's Get Ready for Vlogmas, and the second one is going to have to do with holiday baking, cooking, and entertaining. So a lot of things are still being kind of worked out and to be determined, so keep an eye out for an Instagram post when I'm going to start recruiting people for those particular swaps. My Instagram is Vicky's Tiger Tales, so VACKIS, and then Tiger Tales, TALES on Instagram, so just keep an eye out for that if you're not following already. And then the last thing that's going to be continued is the Bippity boxes. I did take January off. I may be back in February or March. I'm going to be taking just a slight bit of a break, not going to be uploading as consistently until February and March goes on. So January is going to be kind of just maybe a here and there kind of thing, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a break. And then March, we're going to be back in full swing. My plans and goals for this year are to be a little more consistent as far as a day and how many uploads I do during the week. My goal is to have at least 2 videos a week. And so I also planned on doing a little more editing. I have never done any editing. I just learned how to do intros and outros and thumbnails. So I am trying to learn how to do a little more editing and get my videos a little more professional sounding. Usually what I do is do them in one take, or continue to try to do them until I get the take where I like it. And that's a lot of retrying and deleting and doing it again. So my plan is to learn how to do that so I can spend a little less time doing retakes and a little more time and just cutting the pieces out that I want. So anyone who's brilliant at that, I would love to talk to you a little bit more about how and what you use. The next thing on the agenda is just a couple of different ideas that I've had and that I have had in the making. I started to do a dollar store DIY last year. I started it, I believe, in September. With a Mickey head wreath that I had made for my home. There was an area in my house that I wanted kind of more of a little bit of Disney in, and so I made this Mickey head wreath, but all of the items were bought from dollar stores, so that I'm kind of going ahead and continuing once a month. Again, starting in February and going on through the year at least once a month, maybe more. I am a crafter. I do love to create. I'm also a planner, which is also the second thing that I will be doing. At the first of every month, I plan on doing a plan with me and showing you how I decorate my planner and how I use it. I know that there's a lot of planning videos out there, but what I really enjoy watching the different perspectives and ideas of how people actually use them, to kind of get more ideas for myself. So I'm a happy planner girl. I love the stickers. I love to decorate. I love to organize. So one of those things is going to be a planning video probably once a month. The other ones, there's a couple of different things that I've kind of had ideas for. I kind of did a tester video just to kind of see what kind of results or comments I got back on it. And I have been hearing a lot of people really wanting to, and you know, it's a Disney channel, and primarily everything that I'm going to be doing is still going to include Disney tips and tricks, the pack with me, that kind of stuff. I'm still going to do. We do have a trip in mind. We haven't had specific dates kind of narrowed down quite yet. There are a couple of things that we have to do prior to actually leaving, but tentatively, it'll be soon. Tentatively, it is in the workings for possibly a February or March timeline. So we'll see if that happens. There's some life stuff that's going on that kind of is dependent on what happens with that before we can kind of move forward with the plans that we have. But that's the idea. We go pretty much every year during that time period, and so we're trying to be consistent on that as well. So that being said, if and when that happens, we would love to go ahead and, you know, get some vlogs done, get some, there is something that I started the last trip that I need to finish, a special kind of thing that I wanted to kind of incorporate into. I won't tell you all the details quite yet, but it is an idea that is a little bit different that I wanted to present to you guys. But I also wanted to show you a little bit of my city. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and there are all kinds of things always happening around here. So you will occasionally see an upload of a segment that I'm calling This Is My City. So I've done a couple of things and done uploads on Instagram on a couple of restaurants that we have gone to that we've never been to before, and were fantastic. But I think that I'm probably going to do more videos on like details of some really cool events that we have that, you know, I'm privy to because I live here. And then the last thing I have, as far as the channel is concerned, that I have going on is something that has been requested by you guys on multiple occasions, either by suggesting that I should or just saying that I should, is I'm actually going to be reading some of the Twisted Tales. So it'll be in an audiobook form. It'll still be on YouTube. But I will be taking some of those chapter books, whether it be Twisted Tales or some of the Serena Valentino books, and reading them for you on a YouTube video. A lot of people say that my voice is very calming and soothing. My idea for this, and what I hope to see that this turns into, is kind of like another version of being able to pull up an audiobook and just listening to the story. I'm not very good at doing other voices, but when you listen to an audiobook, you kind of just listen to the reader anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who has all kinds of different voices that they can use to read the story. So we're going to try our hand at that, see how it goes. I did get a couple of pieces of equipment to help me along with that idea. And I did get a couple of the books already, so stay tuned for that. You will be able to, I'm debating on whether or not, you probably won't see me reading. You probably will just hear me reading. So you may have just the thumbnail of the cover of the book, or, you know, and stating the chapters that are going to be read at that point. I haven't quite decided, and you guys can leave me a comment down below on what you would like to see as far as that's concerned, because this portion of my channel change is really all on all you. It's you said it, I'm gonna do it, let's get it done. So what do you want to see? If you want me to, you know, if you want to see me reading, fine, no problem. But you might see me like looking down all the time, so maybe we'll look at a slideshow or a thumbnail or something while it's going on. Those are the things that I have planned for the channel. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it, and leave me suggestions if there's things that you want to see or haven't seen yet, or things that I could do better. I'm always open for that. Matter of fact, I reached out to someone to ask them for some constructive criticism on what you'd like to see and what I'm known for. So comment down below, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for making 2021 a wonderful year, and let's make 2022 even better. Thanks for all your support. You guys mean so much to me. I love you all, and let's have some fun. You ready? Because I am.